In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to travel to Crete. The most complete video you'll watch today about the largest island in Greece, covering Chania, Heraklion, Knossos, Elefsinici, Delos, and the best tips. So let's get started. Crete is not just another Greek island. It's a mini-country. It's the cradle of the Minoan civilization, the first advanced civilization in Europe. It's an island of gigantic proportions, with its own culture, incredible gastronomy, towering mountains, wild gorges, and, of course, some of the most spectacular beaches in the world, including the famous Pink Sand Beach. But before we talk about the destinations, let's get to the most important logistics. When is the best time to visit Crete? This is a summer destination. You need to go when it's warm to enjoy the beaches. The best time by far is the shoulder season. We recommend May, June, and September. In these months, the weather is perfect, warm enough to swim, the seawater is great, and the crowds are a bit smaller. We strongly recommend avoiding the months of July and August. This is the high season. It gets very hot, the beaches are unbearably crowded, and the prices for hotels and cars skyrocket. Winter, from November to March, is a very bad idea. It's cold, rainy, and most beach areas are deserted. And how many days to stay in Crete? The island is huge. To get from Chania in the west to the famous Vai Beach in the east takes over 4 hours by car. The number one mistake is trying to see Crete in 3 days. For a first trip, focusing on the west side, which is the most beautiful, with Chania, Delos, and Elefsinici, the bare minimum we recommend is 7 full days. But to do it calmly and include Knossos, the ideal is 10 to 14 days. Mandatory documentation. To enter Greece, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need 2 things. First, a valid passport with at least 3 months of validity after your departure date. Many nationalities do not need a visa to stay for up to 90 days as tourists. And second, travel insurance. Travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty, with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. They can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon, an electronic travel authorization called ETIAS will also be mandatory for many nationalities, so check on that before you travel. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. The strategy in Crete is to choose 1 or 2 base cities. The first option, and our favorite by far, is Chania. The pro is that Chania is the most beautiful city on the island, with a spectacular Venetian harbor full of restaurants. It's the perfect base to explore the best beaches in the west, like Delos and Elefsinici. The con is that parking is very difficult in the old town. You'll be a 2-hour drive from Knossos. The second option is Rethymno. The pro is that Rethymno also has a beautiful old town, with Venetian and Ottoman influences, and it's perfectly in the middle of the island. The logistic is good if you want to split your trip. The third option is Heraklion. The pro is that it's the capital, where the main airport and the Palace of Knossos are. The con is that it's a large, more chaotic city with much less charm. A fourth option, for luxury, is Alunda, in the east. This is where the most expensive 5-star resorts are, overlooking Spinalonga Island. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region. If you stay in the historic center of Chania, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here, on the QR code, on the screen, and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good hotels with a harbor view in Chania sell out many months in advance. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: international travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator, which is essential for Crete, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them, so save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around in Crete. To get there, you can take a flight from Athens or another European capital directly to the two main airports, Chania, CHQ, in the west, or Heraklion, HER, in the east. The flight from Athens takes 45 minutes. You can also take a ferry from Athens, Piraeus, or from Santorini. The ferry from Santorini to Heraklion is fast, taking 2 hours. The ferry from Athens is long, taking 8 to 9 hours and is best done overnight. To get around inside Crete, renting a car is mandatory. The island is giant. The drive from Chania to Heraklion takes 2.5 hours. To go from Chania to Elefsinici Beach takes 2 hours. The public buses, KTL, are good for connecting the big cities like Chania, Rethymno, and Heraklion. But they do not take you to the wild beaches like Belos or Elefsinici. You need a car for freedom. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper, and you guarantee your vehicle, as they sell out in summer. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Now, for the main regions and attractions. The first region, and best base, is Chania and the West. The #1 attraction is the Venetian harbor of Chania. It's the most charming spot on the island. A 14th century harbor with an old lighthouse, an Ottoman mosque, and dozens of restaurants. The logistic? Walk. It's free. The second attraction is Elefsinici Beach. This is the famous pink sand beach of Greece. The water is Caribbean-like, super shallow and warm. The logistic is that it's far in the southwest. You need a car. The drive from Chania takes 2 hours on a winding mountain road. Go very early before 10 a.m. to get parking. The parking fee is about €5. The third attraction is Belos Lagoon. It's another worldly beach. A shallow, turquoise lagoon. The logistic is complicated. You have 2 options. The hard way. A 90-minute drive from Chania, with the last 30 minutes on a terrible, dangerous dirt road. Then you hike 20 minutes down. The easy way. Take a boat from the port of Kissamos. The boat tour lasts all day, stops at Belos and Gramvusa Island, and costs about €30. The fourth attraction is the Samaria Gorge. It's the longest gorge in Europe, a 16-kilometer hike. The logistic is for those who are physically fit. It's a full-day trip. You take a bus from Chania, 90 minutes, to the top, Zyloskalo. You hike for 5 to 7 hours, all downhill. You arrive in Agia Rumeli. From there, you take a ferry to Saugia. From Saugia, you take a bus back to Chania. The park ticket costs €5. The second region is Central Crete. The fifth attraction is the Palace of Knossos. It's the center of the Minoan civilization and the origin of the Minotaur legend. The logistic, it's a 10-minute drive from Heraklion. The ticket costs €15. It is essential to hire a guide at the entrance, or you will just see stones. The sixth attraction is the old town of Rethymno. It's a beautiful city, with a smaller Venetian harbor than Chania, and a labyrinth of streets with Ottoman influences. The third region is the east, Lassithi. The seventh attraction is Spinalonga Island. It's near the town of Alunda. It's a fortress island that was used as the last leper colony in Europe until 1957. It's a moving, historic place. The logistic. Take a boat from the small town of Plaka. The ride takes 10 minutes. The boat costs €12, and the island entrance costs another €8. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like the Palace of Knossos and the boat tours to Balos and Spinalonga can have lines. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the video description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Skip the line tickets for the Palace of Knossos, the Heraklion Archaeological Museum ticket, and the boat tours to Belos Lagoon and Spinalonga. All at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Let's talk shopping. Crete is famous for its local products. The #1 purchase is olive oil. Cretan olive oil is considered one of the best in the world. The second is thyme honey. The third is mountain herbs and spices. In Chania, Skridlov Street, known as Leather Street, is famous for its handmade leather sandals and Cretan knives. And the tax-free tip: the tax in Greece, VAT, is 24%. you can request a refund on purchases over 50 euros. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, the food in Crete is the basis of the Mediterranean diet and is considered the healthiest in the world. It's focused on fresh vegetables, olive oil, and local cheeses. You have to try dakos. It's the Cretan salad, made with a barley rusk, grated tomato, mizithra cheese, and lots of olive oil. Another unmissable dish is lamb. Ask for kleftiko, slow-cooked, or antichristo, roasted around a fire. And try kalatsunia, small local cheese pies. The mandatory local drink is raki, or sikudia, a great brandy they give you for free at the end of every meal. For restaurant suggestions, starting with the cheap ones. In Chania, for breakfast, go to Bugatsa Jordanis. They only sell one thing, bugatsa, a cheese or cream pie. It costs 3 euros. Also cheap, in Chania, Oasis. Souvlaki serves one of the best gyros in town for 4 euros. For a mid-range experience, go to Tamam, in Chania. It's in a former Turkish bath from 1400. It serves incredible Greek and Turkish food. A dinner costs about 40 euros per person. And for an expensive, authentic experience in Heraklion, go to Peskesi. It's a restaurant that recreates ancient Minoan and Cretan dishes. A dinner costs about 60 to 70 euros. And how much does it cost to eat in Crete? Crete is much cheaper than Mykonos or Santorini. It's an excellent value-for-money destination. A full Big Mac combo costs about 8 euros. A local beer costs 4 euros. The golden tip is the gyros, which costs 3 to 5 euros and is a full meal. A full dinner at a local taverna with wine will be around 30 to 40 euros per person. And the tip? It's kind to leave about 10%. What about nightlife? The nightlife in Crete is lively but relaxed. The best nightlife is in Chania. The Venetian harbor is full of cocktail bars. Rethymno also has a great nightlife in its old town, as it's a university city. Malia and Chersonissos, near Heraklion, are the party capitals for young British and Dutch tourists, full of neon clubs. We recommend avoiding them if you want peace. Traveling with kids? Crete is a fantastic destination for kids. They'll love the shallow, pink sand beaches of Elafonisi. Another incredible beach for them is Stavros, near Chania, which is a protected round lagoon, famous for being where the movie Zorba the Greek was filmed. And near Heraklion, you'll find Crete Aquarium, a large modern aquarium. Combining your trip? Crete is a trip in itself, but the most obvious combination is with Santorini. You can take a high-speed ferry from the port of Heraklion, and in just 2 hours, you'll be on the caldera. The second combination is with Athens. You can take a 45-minute flight from Chania or Heraklion to Athens and explore the capital. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.